Well, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you. This is the day God has made. We are rejoicing and we're glad in it. Oh, have you been outside? It is so nice outside. It's so nice. Hope that you and yours are doing well. Hope you and yours are doing well. It is April the 19th, and we haven't had a weekly Wednesday chat in a long time. So glad to come in and share with you. I pray that you're doing well. So many of our members battling I can't even talk. Battling colds and COVIDs and flus and aches and pains. And so I'm sending healing prayers your way. Been lifting you in prayer every day. And I pray that you are getting better. I know my allergies are getting the best, or trying to get the best of me. But all is well, all is well. Pray that you were blessed during Passion Week and made it out to our Monday, Thursday service. I want to thank Teresa and Judy and all of the brothers that participated in the production. It was in the production. It was a wonderful, wonderful time. I was like, oh, we got to do this again next year. Maybe dress up and be outside a little bit and then come in and, do a little something with that. But I loved it, and you really felt the presence of God at the table. Something happens with community. I mean, I'm not going to deal with that too much because I'm preaching on that on Sunday. Sunday, I'm talking about having heartburn. Lord have mercy. Having heartburn. That's what I'm preaching on Sunday. Having heartburn. So make sure you are in First Reformed Sunday at 10:30. We would love to have you, love to have you, love to have you. If you know of some individuals who are interested in joining our church, let them know that this Sunday we're doing membership orientation, which you get like a tour of the church and can find out some more information about the church. And we'll be doing that this Sunday at 12 noon. So if you know some folks and they say, hey, I'm thinking about joining FRC, this is the Sunday you want to be in place. This is the Sunday you want to come. This is the Sunday we'd love to have you. We're grateful. We have, let me turn my phone off. We have almost, if everyone, it's 11 people, but I know for sure 7 have confirmed. So keep in prayer. We're glad that our church is growing. We're glad that God continues to expand and send wonderful people our way with wonderful gifts, wonderful talents, and wonderful abilities to help us be a church for the city. Our church is starting to look like the city. You understand? And it's a testimony of the faithfulness of FRC, the faithfulness of God, and just the favor of God that is on our church. So we're thankful that God is adding to us and that we're growing, we're growing, we're growing, we're growing. In the beginning of the year, our theme was and is still, God is doing something new. God is doing something new, found there in Isaiah. And this year, we can look back and see how God has been doing some new things within our ministry. I mean, it's only April, and we can testify that our membership is increasing. It's only April, and we can testify that we're not draining the T&E, that God has blessed our finances, and we're in a good place. I didn't say it's great and all that, but we're in a good place. It's good to not always be the borrower and not the lender. It's good to be in that place, and so we're grateful for that new thing. Also, we're grateful, new thing, FRC is back in the community, in the spotlight. We're hosting the Climate Summit this weekend. We hosted the association meeting. We hosted Embrace. We've hosted different things, and it's good to see activity on our campus, to see the Girl Scouts on Monday night, and see those in AA meeting on Mondays and throughout the week, and church. It's just good to see people. Good to see people. So encourage someone. Tell them, say, hey, join us 10:30 a.m. every Sunday. Every Sunday there is a word for you. You're going to hear some awesome music. You're going to get a great word, great message, and you're going to receive so much love and hospitality that is going to blow your mind. So be sure to let someone know that. Be sure to let someone know that. If you haven't gotten a gift card, make sure you contact Jim Chris and get a gift card. I was contacted by Fulton. There is a parent whose child, I believe they said is 8 years old, diagnosed with cancer, and weekly they have to go to Hershey for treatment. And so they asked if we could donate gift cards or stuff to ease the parent and just give them some peace. Maybe gas cards or a Turkey Hill card, or just a card for like gas, or a card for like water or food or snacks or whatever like that. And so if you can and will, it'd be a blessing. It'd be a blessing. So while you're buying that gift card from Jim Chris, get an extra one and say, I'm going to give this to the family at Fulton. I'm going to give it to the family at Fulton. I said this coming Saturday is the Climate Summit, and it's being hosted at different locations, and FRC is one of the spots. And so we will be hosting public health and environmental justice, and Dr. Alan Peterson, Matt Johnson, John Dernbach, Esquire David Foster, Melinda Clatterbuck, the Honorable Mike Sterla will be on a panel, and Robert Harris will be the moderator. And then we have a presentation by Jim Sando, and then it's closed out with Reverend B. David Smith. So I was just sharing it with y'all, just be in prayer. Hey, if you're downtown, walk around the different spots. It's going to be at the Ware Center, Telus. It's going to be at Holy Trinity, St. James, First Press, and here at FRC. So we're excited to be hosting that. Woo, I'll be glad when it's over. I'll be glad when it's over. Just a lot of moving parts and a lot of things we had to get in place. I'll be glad when it's over. And then I can take some time off. Like, my gosh, I feel like I'm, we're good. But it's just so many moving parts that goes along with this summit. And so we're grateful that everything is falling in place and it's going to work itself out. Friday night is game night. It's game night from 6 to 9. That's a long game night. 6 to 9. So make your way to come to game night from 6 to 9 and have some fun. I'll be in class, so I can't come. I can't come. But if you can and will, make it your business, make it your way to come to game night. All right, I think I got everything. Game night. This Saturday, we already did this Saturday we host the breakfast. It's the fourth Saturday. Where is the time going? My goodness. Yeah, this Saturday we host the breakfast, so if you can and will, please come out. Try to get here between 7:30 and 8. Breakfast is from 9 to 10, and so it'll be a blessing, not just for you, but to the community, and I'm sure that they will enjoy your helping hands. Shout out to those that show up faithfully and do their part in helping us be a church for the city. I think I've covered I think I've covered everything. This coming Sunday is Break the Silence Sunday, and it's bringing awareness to those that have been victims of sexual abuse. And so the UCC has given a mandate or a vision, if you will, on this particular Sunday to break the silence and to bring some type of awareness that there is still abuse going on with children, with men and with women, and that there are resources available to assist, and there's also places that you can go for help or assistance. So Sundays break the silence Sunday. So when you hear me say it on Sunday, you'll know what I'm talking about. All right, let me give you some word. I've been yamming and talking for the last 10 minutes. Let me give you some word, because it wouldn't be Wednesday without word. John 14, verse 1. It says, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. Believe in God, believe also in me." Now I want to read verse 27. Let's see. "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. I do not give it to you as the world gives. Do not let your heart be troubled. Do not let them be afraid." Do not let your heart be troubled. Do not let them be afraid. I got these allergies, man. I want to talk for the next few Wednesday words from the subject of troubled heart. Troubled hearts. And when we look at the news, the recent shooting, young man goes to pick up his siblings and is shot. Another unarmed person of color shot, and he didn't die, thank God. It can trouble your heart when you hear that gas is going to go up 40% here in Pennsylvania. When you have doctors' diagnosis, when trying to make ends meet, whatever it is the situation may be, it can cause us to have a troubled heart. What is a troubled heart? I'm glad you asked. A troubled heart is like uncertainty. It's like anxiety. It's when we're out of control and we're trying to get control, but we can't. A troubled heart. And it's something that here in the scripture, Jesus says, don't let your heart be troubled. Don't let your heart be troubled. Do not let your heart be troubled. That's hard, though. How can I not have a troubled heart when there's trouble all around me? How can I not have a troubled heart when I hear trouble, when I speak trouble, when I'm around trouble? How can I not allow that to come in? How can I have some relief? How can I not have a troubled heart? Troubled hearts can come from a loss of a job or the loss of a loved one. Oh my God, it can come out of a divorce. It can come out of an addiction. It can come out of high incidence of crime, poor standards of living, civil war. The list goes on and on and on and on about how you can end up with a troubled heart. And we've all been there. And that scripture just kept ringing in my head today. And normally, I read that scripture, or you'll hear someone read that when it's at a funeral. I feel like preaching. I said, normally, you hear someone read that when it is at a funeral or a memorial service. Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I wouldn't have told you. I go to prepare a place for you, and where I am, ye may be also. You know, I know that's when you would hear that scripture. But it was ringing in my spirit today. I was like, man, because someone watching has a troubled heart. Someone watching is dealing with some situations, and they need to know, Pastor D, how can I overcome? How can I get through having a troubled heart? How? So I'm going to give you like a couple of little things every Wednesday to help us relieve this troubled heart. So Wednesdays is troubled heart Wednesdays. We're gonna try to work together to work on our troubled hearts. All right. So here's the first thing. Here's the first thing that I want you to do. If you're trying to get rid of a troubled heart, here's some things that you can do. One, and these are some things that my therapist shared with me, and so I'm gonna share some stuff with you. So some of it, yeah, I'm gonna share with you, but I give them credit because this is the stuff that he gave me or whatever. All right, so listen to this: little cry, but much care. Little cry, but much care. It's all right to cry. It's natural that when you're sad, you cry. I had someone come up to me and they're like, I don't understand, how'd you get through speaking at Gordy's thing and you didn't cry? I said, girl, I cried before the service, after the service, during the service. but you learn, you understand what I'm saying? Little cry, but much care. So it's natural to cry when your heart is troubled, when your mind is racing. I want you to give yourself first permission to cry, but then also give yourself much care. Little cry, much care. That's what he said. Little cry, much care. Care for your body. Little cry, much care. Care for your mind. Little cry, much care. Care for your soul and your spirit. Those joyful times. Little cry, but much care. Release it, but then go take care of yourself. Release, refresh. Release and refresh. You want to get the first step on trying to overcome a troubled heart. That's the first one. Release and refresh. Refresh yourself. Go for a walk in the park. Go have your favorite meal. Go have your favorite drink. Have your favorite cigar. Go be around your favorite people. Do something. Cry, release, and then refresh yourself. Refresh yourself. Have your favorite dessert. It's nice out. Go get a scoop of ice cream, some sherbet. You know, whatever you do to refresh yourself, refresh yourself. God doesn't want us walking around with troubled hearts. All right, I've been on here long enough. I will see you Sunday by the grace of God, Larry and I believe the choir is singing as well. So we will see you Sunday by the grace of God, 10:30. And every Wednesday, I want to give you a little nugget for those that are dealing with a troubled heart. Today's nugget is release and refresh. I love you. I'm praying for you. And I will see you this weekend. Be blessed.